All right, we're in post-show. What are you asking me, Reb?
Or just one from that chick track from D&D, the one, what was the witch's name? Black Leaf or something?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was trying to remember during the show. I fucked it all up.
So. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I was trying to get to with that comment.
Just couldn't get the battle off your shoulder.
Yeah, just couldn't get it.
All right. So, if anyone in the chat room has things you want us to hear us talk about, that'd be awesome. I've got one thing. So this afternoon, while I'm doing show prep, Heather,
Dixon socks.
Cashmere in the chat room says, so will they be able to do post-show without mentioning Dixon socks? Nope.
Oh, you said that after the comment popped up?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the joke, Rep.
Oh, I thought maybe she said it. It was like, whoa. But,
No. Okay, so Megan,
you're not that cool.
Megyn Kelly left Fox News, and she has moved to NBC News.
Where she belongs with the rest of the regular Republicans.
The Reagan Republicans.
So this is what we were talking about, because when I heard that, I suspect that Megyn Kelly is a very intelligent individual.
She is.
I feel like
she's very educated at the very least.
Yeah. She has a pedigree.
She's smart enough to say anything for a big, huge truck full of money.
Okay. And she's good at stringing the words together, though.
I'm just saying that.
Well, she has like a law degree, doesn't she?
Yeah. Was she a lawyer?
I think she worked for some law offices.
Okay, she could have been a receptionist at some law offices.
She went to Syracuse University and Albany Law School.
Did she graduate?
Right.
Yes.
Oh, with the law degree?
Because sometimes you go to law school and get your liberal law associates. I don't know.
This is somebody who hasn't been to college.
No, right. Certainly not law school. Anyhow,
she was a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she never struck me as someone who was not intelligent.
Have met not smart lawyers though.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. I've met like every kind of person that's been shitty at their job.
Preeps in the chat room says he sent a text message, but I have no service, so I'm not getting it.
Or you could just connect to the Wi-Fi.
But I am connected to the Wi-Fi.
Well, then you should get the text message then.
Oh, they don't work like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my phone does. Mine specifically has cellular over Wi-Fi.
So here's the conversation we have. Because like for me, I'm like, I think Megyn Kelly is an intelligent human being who was paid a lot of money to be a talking head at Fox News and to kind of toe their line.
Every once in a while, she would step over that line, though.
I think she's extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
And I think she didn't have all the views that she...
Who is the guy who does the evening news for Fox News? The gay guy?
Oh, the gay guy.
What? No, they don't like gay guys on Fox News.
No, they do. This guy. What is his fucking name? Someone help me.
I was thinking of Papa Bear, but that was...
Shepard Smith.
Shepard Smith, right. So gay. He also does not toe the line all the time. Like, he will go off on his own thing and say, no, this is bullshit.
But he also covers, like, Candy Crush on his show. So.
Does he? I don't know how to watch it.
He's just kind of a weird guy and covers some really weird shit on his show. Like, I remember watching a clip where, like, there was some hurricane coverage, and it was like, if this hurricane moves over 20 miles inland, you're all going to die, and your children are going to die, and all this stuff. It's like, well, I mean, it's true, but, like, you know.
Josh is right.
What?
Okay.
So you'll have to text it.
I'll have to wait till
or email it an attachment.
You'll have to email it, yeah.
We'll see. Okay.
What are you emailing? What's it?
Dick pics.
Dixon socks.
Anyway.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. So Heather was saying, I was saying, she got paid a lot of money to do that, and Heather was saying,
I like that you have to voice Heather's opinion for her.
Do you want to?
Well, I don't.
I was telling the story.
I have a vagina, and
I just want to get back to a man.
Get all like emotional.
Red's done for the day,
and it's gonna just.
I was telling the story.
I
was like there when it happened. I'm not telling a thing that.
She's like bleeding out of her wherever, And
thank you, Donald Trump. Would you like to tell the story, or shall I tell the story, Heather? Go ahead.
No, I don't want to. I wasn't really listening anyway.
Okay. So anyway, Heather says, yeah, but she wouldn't sell herself out. She wouldn't say things she didn't believe for money, and I was like,
I think she would.
for
Sure,
several
why not?
$100,000 a year.
It's a pretty good exchange, I'd say.
I might say
Could
just-
not. And
Really?
I mean, I say things I don't believe at work every day. Like, yeah, absolutely, you're right. Okay, I do. Okay, but what I don't do is go on like national TV and like perpetuate hatred and
But they're not paying
cultivate.
$40 million.
They couldn't pay me enough to do it.
Oh, they could pay me $40 million.
wouldn't- it wouldn't-
Dude, you troll people for free, Rev. Shut it.
It wouldn't take $40 million.
Do it for a lot cheaper than that.
Yeah, no, I could not. I've quit jobs because I felt like they didn't give me purpose and I didn't feel passionate about them.
Oh, I'd feel
$9
purpose there
million
for
a
sure.
year.
Megyn Kelly made $6 million per year in 2014.
But
Okay, so you would not say Republican things for $6 million?
Fuck no.
Well, because realize you can always just go to NBC one day and be like, yeah, like, I don't
No,
really
fuck
believe
no,
all that
I
stuff.
wouldn't-
And
no, God,
I've since
no.
evolved on the issues.
I would.
That's what I would do.
Dude, well, how do you say that you wouldn't and you get all upset with these like Texas liberals that put like
I'm not
you
saying
know,
it's. I'm not saying
supportive-
it's right. I'm just saying I would do it.
Dude, you would not.
Chris in the chat room says being smart doesn't mean she has a lot of integrity. Yeah. And being me doesn't mean I have a lot of integrity. My integrity ends at about a few $100,000, I think. Like, if you give me a few $100,000, I will say anything you want me to.
And also realize she may actually believe some of those things, and she
I
may
don't
not
think
have
she
an
does. I
issue
don't
with
think she does.
saying all those things. You know, some of
It
them she
doesn't
may.
matter whether or not you believe it. I think that most people that say they believe in God don't actually.
Put a foot in the chat room. Hold on. Put a foot in the chat room says, I say things I don't believe at work for pay. I answer the phone, thank you for calling, and I am never actually thankful. Right? I
Right?
think he gets paid much less than $6 million, I'm sure.
I end every email with, please contact me directly, and I never want them to contact me ever again.
So much for Heather's integrity. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not perpetuating hate.
I don't know.
I mean, my own hate for those people.
There
but
She may, at some level, be just towing a line, but I think probably there are some things she does actually. Well, because I take like a maternity leave, for instance. She was against it until she had a baby, and then she
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
but
maternity
all-
leave is great and everyone should have it.
well, yeah, but all Republicans are like that.
Right, and I'm saying she's probably like that too, that she's against things until it personally affects her.
So what? Everyone in her life like became gay, trans, atheist, not Christian.
we don't know if that's the thing she's going to do.
And
on
she
CNN.
like dropped the mic on Fox News and like peace.
Well, because remember, NBC is going to expect her to draw that audience with her from Fox News. If she goes a complete 180 and is a completely different person, she's going to lose those ratings. So she needs to keep
She doesn't
that.
have to become a different person for NBC.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she will become a different person. I think she's going to be kind of the
She-
same.
Yeah, because
I
that's
hope
kind
she
of what
gets hit
they're
by a
like.
fucking
That is what
bus.
they're like.
Yeah, I think
This
she
is
genuinely
NBC,
believes.
not just like MSNBC, right?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and even MSNBC is leaning way further right than they should be.
They're the
So-
Reagan Republicans of the
Right.
news outlets.
I fully expect her to kind of be the same on.
I don't
show.
think so. I really don't. But we'll see. I mean, like, I'm not like I'm going to watch it.
I just what if she just got fucking hit by a bus? Wouldn't that's cool? Yes?
How much does that pay?
So she's gonna be
That would
paid
be
like $20 million a year.
I don't know.
Yeah,
She's
like,
gonna be the highest paid
Get the fuck out.
anchor.
yeah. Well, she was the second most popular anchor on Fox, short of Papa Bear, whose name eludes me. I just know him as Papa Bear.
Is that what just
Bill
he,
O'Reilly?
is that
Bill
what,
O'Reilly, yeah.
Is that what he has you call him?
No, that's
Or-
what that's what
like
Stephen
is that his like Tinder handle?
that's what
or-
Stephen Colbert called him. So that
Hector
Just
in the
something
chat
like-
room says MSNBC has a lot of Republicans. The rest are moderate Democrats. Right? Like, I can't even with that shit anymore. I really can't. I'm done with all of that. You know who we really need to have on this show, who I really love more and more every day?
Bernie Sanders.
Jimmy Dore.
Dan Errol.
Dan Arell.
Arrell,
Arrell.
whatever. Arrell?
Arl.
Sidle,
Is it
Sidle.
Arl? It's
I have no
Arl.
idea. I always read it as
Arl.
Arl.
I thought it was Arrell. I don't know.
I could totally be doing
It's
it
not
wrong. though.
Arell.
I said
I thought that- 'cause
interlocutor wrong
I've
for the
been
longest
listening to
time.
Danthropology.
Okay. I don't know. But I love him more and more, and he is like, every day he's a little farther to the left. I'm like, yep, me too.
Have you listened to his In Defense of Socialism?
I
think he was doing it with David Silverman. It's on his. It's a bonus episode on his podcast.
I have it downloaded, but I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, it's good.
Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Is he really a socialist? I mean,
he's a true. He's a yeah.
Because
he's a
socialism
socialist.
is like the means of production belong to the people,
Yeah.
right? And so, like, a lot of people who say they're socialists are really just, we should take capitalist money and put it into good shit for people, and that's not really socialism. Yeah. Is he really socialist?
Yeah.
Well, the manufacturing belongs to the people. That's a communist thing.
Yeah,
not
he
a
talks
socialist
about
thing.
like the way he. No.
No.
That would be the state.
Or the
The state
of,
has nothing to do with
okay,
it.
All right, okay. I get all that shit confused.
No, but he talks about how negotiations would be within a company and a socialist.
So socialism is characterized by social ownership and democratic control of the means of production.
Yes, all of that. He's for all of that.
Okay.
And he goes in depth in all of that.
I like how the first definition is socialist, a person who advocates or practices socialism. You ever looked at a definition and went, yeah, no shit, asshole.
Thanks so much. That like clears all the shit up.
Right?
Thank you, dictionary.
I don't know. I'm of the opinion, like, from the way I've studied capitalism and all that, there are certain industries that do not fare well in a capitalist system. Things that are required for your basic living needs, like food, water, healthcare. Those things need to be taken out of the capitalist system. But things like your luxury vehicles, your watches, and luxury food, things like that.
Even those things could survive.
Well, those things work well in a capitalist system because people pay what they're willing to pay for them, and they don't need them. Whereas with healthcare, if you're dying, capitalism is predicated on the assumption that the supplier has the option to sell or not to sell, and the buyer has the option to buy or not to buy. And whenever you take the option away, such as I'm dying from cancer, I must buy cancer care.
I don't have a place to live.
Yeah, you take away someone's buying options, and that is not the definition of capitalism. And it takes away the way that system works and what makes it work effectively. Which
is why I don't think I'm actually a socialist, because I think there are some things where capitalism is better.
Yeah, like your yachts and shit like that. Yeah. Like your video games and crap like that.
I don't know. That could work. That could all still work.
Well, I find that government isn't always as agile as it needs to be for certain things.
Did you say government?
Government-controlled things sometimes aren't.
No, none of this is.
Sometimes they're great, but
none of it is government controlled.
Democratically controlled.
Right, but I want government to control certain things.
Right.
But like, if I'm a person and I'm like, I want a 90-inch television. I want it to be free. Like, that's probably not a good decision. But like, I do want that. Like, if I could have a free 90-inch television,
what does that have to? What?
What I'm saying is, like, there are things where I think socialism has.
No, but why couldn't a socialist a company that operates the way socialism is supposed to be not create that product and sell it?
They could.
They could.
But then, like, you are taking resources away from other things.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there are finite resources, right?
And the way capitalism is supposed to be, like any economic system, is supposed to be an efficient way of managing resources and allocate them to different industries that can use them.
It's not like you don't end up with managers.
Right, but
how do you control, like, so if you're in a pure socialist system where the people just decide...
First of all, if you're in a pure socialist system with a universal basic income, and he goes into that, people are going into work because they want to work, not because they have to work.
Oh, sure. I agree with that.
And so, like, if you have a bunch of people in a company creating things because they want to create it, you're going to get better products, and they'll probably be cheaper.
But it doesn't mean people want to buy them.
People will be,
they might. You cannot possibly create every product that everyone wants and give it to everyone at the price they want. You can't do that, right?
Well, no, it's not about giving it to them at the price that they want.
It's about, well, no, I mean, it is. If you...
No, it doesn't.
It's about selling as many as you can at the highest price for
the people in the company set the price. It's not like the people who are buying it set the price.
Well, that's just really, I guess, a management style for the company. Whether you're going to have, I mean, and even if it was a socially controlled company, you're still going to have leaders that are going to set prices.
Right.
I mean, because not everyone's going to know all that shit.
But the leaders can be taken down by the people if they're crappy, and that'd be the difference. It wouldn't be just a CEO telling everybody what to do.
But if everyone voted on, okay, who wants a pony? And like, ooh, everyone wants a pony, right?
That's mischaracterizing the.
No, this is
my God.
democratic
No,
control.
because in this, that's
So
the buyer.
the company will fail and it'll implode, and then other ones that are doing better will do better.
Yeah, you're saying giving the buyer the option
It
to
still
set the
works
price.
kind of.
That is no. That is what it is.
You're saying I'm a consumer and I want a pony. Give it to me.
Democratic control of the means of production.
Right.
Like, I'm going to devote all of the means of production. I mean, wouldn't that fail if you had everyone saying, "Oh, everyone needs a pony and everyone needs a 90-inch
What does that
television"?
have to do? What?
So I'm just saying, like, there are some places where
Nobody needs
capitalism.
any of those things.
I think it speaks to the
You-
failure of
It's
democracy.
It's not about a need. It's about a want.
Right.
If it's democratically controlled, what I'm saying is that there are certain things that should not be that are better controlled by market forces than by
You don't.
Because
You don't think a market exists? Would
no,
exist?
I do. No,
You should listen to the episode.
I will.
I think it would be a different kind of market, one that we're not very familiar
Everybody
with. in
should
America.
listen to that episode.
Putterfoot in the chat room says, "I need a pony," and that's what I'm saying is going to happen.
No, because
like, everyone's going to want the pony.
The people who want the ponies aren't going to get. They're going to get.
They're going to be in pony lines. They're going to be in pony lines. I want bread, and I need a bread line.
But if
There's still going to be competition. The company's not going to survive then.
But if everyone wants a pony, then there would be market pressure to make more ponies and sell them. Correct.
Cashmere in the chat room says, "My little socialist pony." I love it.
Heather is so bored.
I'm
She's
gonna-
so bored.
All right, I'm gonna listen to the episode. Maybe we can talk.
But in bonus episode, it's Danthropology bonus
Yeah.
episode in defense of socialism.
That and it's super fucking hot in here.
Oh, Sean Taylor.
is.
Here's with
It
Sean
is.
Taylor.
All right.
All right.
So tell me about that character development in Rogue One.
Do we want to do this? Do we
No,
wanna do-
it's
no,
fine.
I think we got like a couple minutes. We can devote to Rogue One.
Name me
So, wait,
all
wait.
the characters' names from the main team.
I can't.
That's right, because you don't fucking care about them, because they're not fucking characters.
Cassian, Jin.
Jin was the worst.
blind guy.
And you know,
Oh, God,
I really
The blind guy.
liked-
You don't even know his fucking name, because
I
he
know, I
didn't
know.
develop as a fucking person.
I really liked and respected Star Wars. Shut it. Star Wars for developing strong female characters before there really were mainstream strong female characters, and I think they just kind of dropped off with Jin.
I disagree so entirely. What I
Dude, I'd kick the shit out of that chick. Okay, if I feel like I can
No, I know.
curb stomp some bitch, then I just don't feel like she's all fight the galaxy tough.
I really liked her character, and here's why. So
God.
So here's
Explain why you like her, and I'll explain why you're wrong.
Okay, so like I really liked how they developed her from a person who had everything stripped away from her, and she did
And
not,
then whined about it. No, go on.
and then ended up not caring about anything. She cared about nothing. She's like, fuck, it's not hard to live under the Imperial flag as long as you don't look up. I get that because her parents were taken away. Her
Because she's weak.
her surrogate father when she was 6, and when she was 16 her surrogate father left her,
Right, and then she grew the fuck up.
right, and she was like, I don't give a shit about the shit you care about, I care about me. And I was like, I get that. And then as she's got more personally involved in the whole thing,
When she decided not to be a little bitch anymore.
so like she developed into someone who did care. And what I really like what they did about
Oh, because it mattered to her again. Oh, because that's what's important. She must have been Republican as fuck.
I disagree with you, but on a completely different level.
Okay, so but then she got to the point where she's like 2 feet on board with the rebellion, and she gives this, let's go do the thing speech.
Oh, Jesus Christ, spoiler alerts. If you haven't seen the movie by now.
Okay,
This
but,
is
like,
also
no one
post-show.
buys it. Like she does this great speech. That wasn't that great, but she does this speech where usually everyone would be like Rudy, like and no one buys it except this ragtag bunch of thugs and assassins and saboteurs who are like and
That makes complete sense, by the way.
no, it does because they're like no, we're not here to be safe. We're here to fuck shit up. Let's go fuck
Like,
shit
this is
up.
all falling apart. Let's just all go our separate ways and fend for ourselves. But keep going.
Anyway, so
Keep explaining why you're wrong.
and then okay, fine. I'm done.
Well, let me tell like narratively why she's not very good. Because
Okay, go, Reb.
all of that, like, oh, I'm a hard badass or whatever who doesn't care about the Republic and all that is completely informed. You never see that. They never show you that. It's just, she was a little girl, all of a sudden cut to, she's being broke out of prison. You don't even get to see her be disaffected by what's going on around her. Literally, one of the first things you see her do is saving babies. You don't really get to see her evolve.
You don't understand why she did that?
She just...
You don't understand why that was an important plot point?
No, I get why it's important, because she's at heart a good person. But you never got to see
it had
her
nothing
as...
to do with that. She related to that child. She was like, that was me. When I was a kid, I got left. I'm in the middle of blaster fire. People are getting killed.
Right, and the
I need to save that kid
entire
from me.
galaxy revolves around the experience that she had that she was 16 that she couldn't logically break down, or when she was 6 that she couldn't logically break down. At what age was she rescued from the thing?
6.
No, what, from the prison? Broken out ish.
It was like a month
20
before the things happened. I mean,
20 something years old. She couldn't logically break down that a thing that happened to her when she was 6, she probably shouldn't let happen to the entire galaxy.
Childhood trauma will do shit to you.
You know, and I get that, but we never see any of that childhood
Yeah, we
trauma.
do! We said
Literally, the first thing she
her
does is
mom-
save a fucking baby, practically.
Her mom gets killed in front of her.
But you see her as a
Her
kid.
dad is gone.
You never get to see her disaffectedness as she's growing up or anything. And
Her
I get this
surrogate
to have
father
time constraints.
abandons her. So you've got like...
And that's all informed. You don't get to see that. You don't get to see her reactions to that.
And that should affect the entire
And the problem is
galaxy.
they had too many characters and they couldn't develop any.
Hey Josh, we're gonna need a
the
teddy
thing.
bear and some gorilla tape in here. Ferris is being all extra.
Here's the thing. That the thing Rogue One did badly is the first
Her
30...
did a few things badly.
The character development is what they did badly.
No.
Throughout the
it's
whole movie.
It's the best character development of any Star Wars film. Name one that does better.
They barely developed
Any
this.
of them?
The most developed character.
Any ones that had Jar Jar Binks in them?
The most developed character was that android, or not the android, the Sith robot guy, whatever his name was, because he also wasn't developed that great. But he actually started off as someone who didn't care about shit. Eventually, he evolved and started to really like the lady. And eventually,
General Grievous.
no, the fucking robot in the fucking in
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One with the fucking
Oh,
Empire.
K2SO.
Yeah.
And then he eventually like heroically like sacrifices himself to save them. Like he was a character that got developed. None of the rest of them like
Jin did. Cassian did.
they
other
literally just sat there and made out and died.
Say that Leia, Rey, and Amidala wouldn't have got caught dead dying on a motherfucking planet. They'd have had an escape plan.
They should have cut it down to just the girl, the robot.
She was like,
The-
well, I fucked
the
up
guy
all the
that-
stuff, and now I'm fucked. I'm just going to sit here on the beach and die like a little bitch.
Should have been the blind guy, the robot, the dude that shot the guy at the very beginning, and the girl. That should have been the whole cast.
Last point I'll make, and then you guys can say whatever you want, and we'll leave. The thing that Rogue One did very poorly was the first 30 minutes of the movie, where it felt like it was just jumping from one person to the next, and you didn't know what was going on. Like, now that I know what's going on, it feels better. But at the first time I saw it, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on, or why we're on 20 different planets with 20 different people, whatever. The only characters that were sewn into the story organically in a way that made sense was the blind guy and his friend.
No, his friend was completely superfluous.
Yeah, he was
they
like a
just shouldn't
minor
even had him
character.
in
He was
there.
nothing. No, he was important.
He was not important at all. His literal only point was to feel bad when the guy died
Yes.
for stupid fucking reasons later. He had no arc. He like
was his
literally
friend.
no arc at all in that character.
He helped you feel bad when the blind guy...
Or they could have just developed the blind guy into a better character, and then when he died, I would have just felt bad for the
I
character.
felt bad for him.
I didn't at all because they didn't do shit with him. He started off as a guy that really loved the Force, and he died as a guy that really loved the Force. Didn't develop at all. Didn't really do anything cool.
How'd he find out about the Force? Was he ever trained in the Force? Maybe he was one
He
of
was,
the little...
he was from the city where, like, all of the major crystals that go in Jedi lightsabers
So I'm from Los Angeles. I've never been in a fucking movie. Not
Okay.
One you're going to see in
Put a foot-
regular theaters?
Putterfoot gets. It's like because she's been in porn. Putterfoot in the chat room says that Rogue One was in the top 3 films. I agree. He also says it had no Ewoks and no Jar Jar Binks, and he was very okay with that.
It's like in the top
agree.
4
Jar Jar was
films.
not great. Oper Loop, and you've been on my ass the whole time, and so now you are wrong.
Rogue One's in like my top 5 Star Wars movies.
Yeah, but you think that the Phantom Menace was better than Revenge of the
It's
Sith.
in my top
so-
8.
Yeah, like it was just. I think all 3 of them are shitty, and then Phantom Menace is just slightly above the others. I think they're all pretty awful.
No, Attack of the Clones was the worst one.
Oh yeah, it was very bad for sure.
Revenge of the Sith was the best of the second trilogy. Okay, we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, 7:30 Central.
I always love
You're
how
all
he
wrong.
ends on his opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone, quiet. We're gonna end on
Heather's opinion.
Heather's opinion. Go ahead, Heather. Tell us your opinion.
You suck, Ferris.
Bye.